In this video, we are going to look at reasons why delegating is a beneficial and effective tool to use for leaders and managers. Now, delegation is an ethical responsibility that you not only owe to yourself, but to those that you work with and to your school. A leader cannot do everything for the school. There is simply just not enough time to get through all the tasks. And besides the time constraint, teachers who become uninvolved in the school become apathetic and unmotivated. A good leader learns the skill of delegation to help them develop the school to its fullest potential. So let's quickly take a look at some of the benefits of delegating. What are the benefits to you directly? Well, there are many personal benefits. You can free yourself up from many of the tasks that take up a lot of your time, allowing you more time to spend on strategic thinking and planning and organizing. Because you have more free time, you'll be able to multiply yourself, which will allow you to spend more time assisting other teachers and connecting with other colleagues that you work with to develop your team. Delegation will help promote a more open communication between you and your team, because delegation cannot work effectively without proper open communication. And lastly, delegation builds trust. Through the delegation of tasks, you are showing your team that you trust them and you believe in their ability and their skills to be able to get the job done. So those are the benefits that directly relate to you as a leader or a manager. Next, we're going to look at how delegating can benefit your team. Firstly, it boosts your team members or the individuals that you work with, their self-esteem. The more a leader delegates tasks, the more he is showing confidence and trust in his team, which in turn motivates your team members to rise to the task and to complete it to the best of their ability. Effective delegation promotes commitment from the team. It means that they don't just go into it and do the bare minimum, but instead they are motivated and engaged, and they actually think and care about doing a good job. And this is what delegation does. Effective delegation inspires initiatives. Team members are encouraged to problem solve and think creatively and come up with new ways to solve problems or new ways just to do tasks that have been done every day in the same way. And again, we come back to trust. Effective delegation builds trust between the leader and his team. And lastly, by delegating tasks to your team, you are upskilling them. You are building and developing new leaders. Next, we're going to look at how delegating can benefit the entire school. Firstly, delegation is a very effective way to draw on and use the skills and resources that you already have in your team. Often managers tend to overburden themselves with tasks, but through delegation, you can keep from burning out only a few leaders. As we mentioned previously, delegation helps to build and develop new leaders, and this will prevent schools from becoming overly dependent on only one or two leaders to run the school efficiently. And lastly, effective delegation has the ability to unite people and to create a team enthusiasm because of the open communication and trust and confidence in your team that has been established. It is important to remember that effective delegation is about development, not about dumping your extra work onto your team members. Make no mistake, you can make or break your success on the management path by the way that you delegate. Delegating effectively is a balancing act. However, there are two main elements for effective delegation to occur. And the first element is the team member. And when you look at your team, there will be a combination of new members down to very experienced members, and a combination of members varying in their experience in between. Secondly, you need to look at the task. For example, You need to assess the size and urgency and the importance and uniqueness of the task. And all of these factors need to come into consideration and will influence who you decide to delegate the task to. The next few videos that we are going to look through and the next few modules will delve deeper into these two elements of effective delegation.